And now in July, we are going to be doing the campaign in the faith of Jacob. Actually, not Jacob. Israel. Israel. I'm not going to talk too much, elaborate too much. It's very simple. Jacob means deceiver. That man, the son of Isaac, was called the deceiver. Imagine your name being deceiver. Hey, deceiver, deceiver, oh liar, liar, oh lonely, lonely, come here. Huh? Loser, 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 vem, come here, loser. Imagine that. Imagine the shame. Jacob, he conquered many things in his life. Why? Because he used his faith in God. He was a tither. He used his faith and he conquered things. Actually, he became very, very rich. But there was one thing that he missed, which was what? To become a different person. So, Jacob was tired of being the deceiver. He lived with a label of deceit. And he was tired of that. There was a night when he was going back home after spending years away, conquering many things, that he decided that that would be his time. It's like Jacob said, what? What did he say? Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn. What did he do? If you open your Bible there, Genesis chapter 32, please. And he arose that night and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants. You know what female servants mean, right? What? Like a concubine. And his 11 sons, and crossed over the ford of Jabbok, which is this place here. That's the picture of the ford of Jabbok. He took them, sent them over the brook, and sent over what he had. So, Jacob, what are my wives, my children, my concubines, my servants, what are they? Please come. Jacob took whom? His wife, in my case, only one. His wife, he sent to the other side. What else did he take? The female servant, not my concubines, but go. What else? His 11 children, he sent them. The servants, he sent them with all that he had. And he remained here on this side. Are you understanding what he did? Can you put the Bible there again, please? Then Jacob was what? Was left alone. And a man with capital M wrestled with him until the breaking of day. Now when he saw that he did not prevail against him, when God saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, so Jacob was left alone and God came. Jacob remained alone with God. And they started what? Wrestling. When God saw that he could not prevail against Jacob. Look what it says there. Go ahead. Now when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip. And the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint as he wrestled with him. God and Jacob, what? Now, who will prevail, God or man? But in this case here, God allowed himself to be defeated. Bishop, how do you explain that? It's not possible. It is possible. You know, when a father plays or play fight with his child, And then the father, the child is there, and the boy just learned how to fight, and then the father, come on, my son. And then you know that? What is the father doing? He allows his son to win. Because the joy of the father is what? It's the son winning. Bishop, God will never allow us to overcome him, to win. Oh no? Look at the name above there, Jesus Christ. What did Jesus do for us? Jesus came here, he was arrested, and he was crucified. Do you think that they took him by force? Do you think that they overcame God? He allowed himself to be overcome. When he was being arrested, remember that Peter came and cut off the ear of the soldier? What did Jesus say? Peter, don't do that. Don't do it. In other words, it's okay. It's okay. If I wanted, I could send angels here now to protect me. Don't worry. And he put the ear back. Which means, I'm ready. Let them think that they are winning. He allowed himself to be won. So we could win on the cross. So that was what God did. So knowing that Jacob would not give up, God touched him there. And still Jacob was what? And then what happened? Put it there. And he said, let me go for the day breaks. So God said, let me go for the daybreak. Let me go. But Jacob said, I will not let you go unless what? You bless me. Now, what blessing did he want? He had what? One wife. Jacob had two. I have one. He had two wives. He had two female servants. Had 11 children. He had a lot of money. A lot of money. What was he asking for? What did you want? Antonella, I'm not let you go until you bless me. Do you know what he wanted? He wanted to be a different person. He wanted to stop being called Jacob. He was tired of being known as the deceiver. Are you understanding? And maybe you are tired of being the deceiver. Maybe you pretend that you are happy, but you are not happy. Maybe you have an image of someone so successful, happy, but deep down you know who you are. The sadness. You know who you are. Or maybe you see areas of your life that have to be changed completely. So Jacob said, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. Then what did God say? But he said to him, what is your name? I mean, did God know the name of Jacob? So why did he ask? Why did he say, what is your name? Because when Jacob said, say that, he said, Jacob. What does Jacob mean? So what is your name? Loser, deceiver, failure. That's what he meant. So God wanted Jacob to recognize what? Who he was. What is your name? I'm a deceiver. I don't want to be like this anymore. I'm a loser. I'm a failure. I'm sick. I'm oppressed. I'm depressed. I'm unhappy. I am miserable. I'm living a miserable. That's who I am. And that's maybe who you are at the moment. Maybe you walk there with the nice clothes and walk like this, and yet inside there is sadness. Maybe you have your Louis Vuitton bag, but it is false. It's fake. You know what I'm talking about? You know the fake bags? I'm not saying this one is, but you know the fake bags? They walk like that. It looks Louis Vuitton. It's fake. Why is it fake? Because you cannot get the real one. It's better to buy another one, but don't buy the fake one. Why do you buy the? No, I want to look like someone who has one. But in fact, you don't, because you can't. Yes or no? And those who know that it is fake, how do they feel? It's true. And don't worry about the bag. What about your life? Because maybe your life is a Jacob. Then what happened? What did God say? And He said, your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. For you have struggled with God and with man and have prevailed. Actually, the King James Version says, you have fought as a prince with God, and you have prevailed. To fight as a prince means to fight with honor, not cheating. Do you understand? Princes, they fight with honor. It's one against the other. If it is sword, it's only the sword. And they fight until what? Until death. Those who are not princes, the ones, how do you call the cheaters, right? What do? They are there, and if they see themselves losing, pa, 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 pa. Cheating. No honor. God said, you fought as a prince with honor. So you no longer be called Jacob, Israel. Because Israel means what? The one who fought with men and God and prevailed. And what else? Then Jacob asked, saying, tell me your name, I pray. And he said, why is it that you ask about my name? Which means, doesn't matter how I'm going to do it. Don't worry. I will do it. You're going to be a different person. And he blessed him there. And what happened? So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel. For I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. Just as he crossed over Peniel, the sun rose on him. The sun, look at my back here. The sun, what? Rose on him. Maybe you haven't seen the sun for a long time. And he leaned on his hip because of what God did. Right? Continue. Therefore, to this day, the children of Israel do not eat the muscle that shrank, which is on the hip socket, because it touched the socket of Jacob's hip in the muscle that shrank. Which means Jacob left the encounter with a mark. The mark of the sacrifice. Now imagine, when he came to the other side that night, in the morning, when the sun was shining, and then he went to see his wife, what do you think that was the first thing they asked? Huh? What happened? What? Huh? They said, Jacob, what happened? Don't call me Jacob anymore. I'm Israel from now on. But what happened? I fought with God and I made it. Forget about the deceiver. I'm no longer that person. Look at the transformation. Do you understand? Many of you here have never had such an experience with God. And do you know why? Do you know why? Why not? Why have you never had this experience with God? Because you have never been left alone with God. Do you understand? Never. If you don't have an experience in the campaign of Israel, it's because you have never been left alone. What is to be left alone? What do they represent there? Wife, children, servants, what do they represent? They represent the past, they represent the present, they represent the future. He passed everything to the other side. Which means, you go, because this battle, it's me and God now. Either he kills me, or he changes my name. Because I'm not going to live like this anymore. And the campaign of Israel now in July is for you who are looking at me attentively. This is for Israel. For those who say, I want a change in my name. I want this transformation in my life. And I'm prepared to do what? To send everything to the other side. Is the sacrifice. Is to rely on God. You have to rely on God. Unless you do that, you will never have an experience with God. Unless you do that, you will never see the greatness of God in your life. Some people, they pass what? Please, come back. What do? In campaigns, what do? They pass some of the servants. They pass some of the animals. But then this one, no, this horse is good. They pass this concubine here. She's already annoying me. You know, this woman is annoying me. Sometimes I am with her, but it's more trouble than blessing. So you can go to the other side. You know, that children, I love my children, but I have to sacrifice some. Let me choose here. Okay, go you go. But then they keep what? They keep the wife. They keep these. Why? Because if it doesn't work, they still have what? To rely on. What?
To rely on.
To rely on. And because of that, they never win the battle. So they take part in campaigns, like some of you did here. You even present, this is an offering. This is a good offering. But because they have never been what? Left alone. They don't fight. They don't have the strength to fight. They don't have the strength to say, you have to do it, because you know that I'm alone here. You know what I have done. I put it all. It's my car, my house, my savings, my bank, everything. If you don't bless me, I am dead. So you're not going until you bless me. That was Jacob. Do you understand? And he became Israel. This campaign is for you to want to become Israel. If you say, no, I want to pass certain things, but not others, you better not to pass anything. At least you are relying on them, you remain as Jacob. What is the door? What is my door? The small one. It's like, I will explain to you what the sacrifice is. Sacrifice is like entering through not the wide gate. Bring the wide also, please. Wide and narrow. Most people want to pass through what? Through the wide gate. Because the wide gate, you can take everything you have, right? Walk through that door there. Easily, right? Can take everything you have with you. Now, walk through this door here. Walk through the door. Now, try it. Put the bag, put the water, put the things there. He can't. Sacrifice is this. It's like me. Like what? I have to do what? To leave everything behind to come to this side. Yeah. You are laughing, but I pass. Some of you will not pass. You wanna bet? Some of you will not pass. This is it. So for me to enter through that door, I cannot go there carrying I cannot. I need to leave that. And Jesus told us to pass through the narrow gate. That's the one that changes your life. Amen? God is asking you, what is your name? Jacob said, it is Jacob. But after this campaign, you will no longer be called Melissa. That Melissa. You will no longer be called that name. Because just as you are going to be left alone and pass everything to the other side, so the problems also you have to be left on the other side. Amen?